Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but we react to everything action, horror, comedy, thriller, slice of life, rom-com, bizarre animes, and crime animes as well, detective animes. Yes, we are watching Moriarty the Patriot. I'm not sure if you heard of this anime, but I've been told it's a good one. Now, if you know Sherlock Holmes, you know Moriarty. He's the arch rival, arch nemesis of Sherlock Holmes. He's based in England, and the first episode that we saw, he was introduced as Lord of Crime. So basically, he helps criminals do crimes better, right? He's extremely smart, picks up clues by just reading newspapers. That's what happened in the first episode, guys. And if you want to check out the reaction to that and other animes that I've been watching, there's a link in the description for the playlist. Hope you enjoy them. The first episode I thought would be an introduction or like the origins of patriarchy, but it was not. It was like, these are his powers. This is his intellectual prowess. That's what we saw. He helped a man solve crime. Well, not solve crime. He helped a man commit a crime, and then went back to his business. But at this point, he's a grown up. He's a professor, and he probably teaches and lots of other stuff. Has I think two brothers, but two brothers or one brother. I don't know. One of them is a brother, and the other one is a butler. So we don't know what's his family like, and if he's even has a mother, father. There's no mentions of that. So this episode, or at least I hope that in going in the further episodes, we get to know his background before we get introduced to more stories, and more than likely Sherlock Holmes is going to be in one of those episodes. So, keeping that in mind, let's watch episode 2 of Moriarty the Patriot. Right, there you go.
19世紀末産業革命による混乱と発展の中イギリスは着実に植民地を広げ世界の4分の1を半島とする太陽の支配を
Yeah, we know that.
その史上最大の帝国はわずか人口の3%にも満たない特権階級に支配されている。
Wow.
技術の進歩とは裏腹に古くからこの土地に根付く階級制度、それは
Based on money
人を区
and
別する
power.
強固な境界であり、生まれながらにして命に優劣をつけるこの制度は必然的に人間同士の差別を生んだ。
We can blame the English people on that, the ones in the past. Oh, it says skip intro, but it just feels like we are watching the episode.
競馬お好きなようですね。競馬の予想
Hmm.
お恥ずかしい下手の横好きと言いますか家内には馬に食わせる金があるなら壁紙を新しくしてくれと言ってるんですがね。では私が少しお手伝いしましょうか。壁紙を新しくして奥様に花束をプレゼントするくらいのことはできるかもしれませんよ。
He's a master of statistics and probability. And that's the intro. There's blood in the background. 1866. Wow, 1866 London looks rich. Hmm. Oh, it's a young Moriarty.
本当ですか？絶対とは言いませんが、かなりの確率で。そういや、この前のレースもポッチャの予想通りだったな。もしかして未来が見えてましてんので。まさか情報を分析しただけですよ。
He's been doing that since he was a kid. Do tell us how to analyze this data.
情報分析ってそれでわかるもんなんだ。さあ、まあ上流階級の方は俺らと違って格が終わりになるもんだよ。
Oh, so he was born in the upper class. Oh,
お貸しください。売り物の花、家に置いておくとすぐに枯れてしまって。水を張っておけに少しだけビネガーを入れて保存するといいですよ。
Mr. Botanist as well.
ええ、ただし少しだけですよ。坊ちゃん、この間は助かりました。
The chemist, the botanist, the mathematician. He's got many talents.
兄さん、お出かけだったんですね。
ああ、少し用事があってね。乗っていくだろう。一緒に行くよ。
His brother is quite, yeah, his brother is quite well dressed than he is.
けど、あそこの坊ちゃん、あんなお顔だったかね。
Okay, there's some mystery there.
相変わらず人気者のようだね。また何か相談事でも持ち込まれたのかい？
今日は花のことと少々ギャンブルに口出しを。
ここでも君はみんなの相談役、コンサルタントというわけか。君のその知識の宮殿はいずれ世界の宝となる。そうやって人のために役立てていくといい。
はい、そう心がけています。そういえばこれ、先日ネズミ退治の助言を差し上げた方からいただいたんですが、
それは君の得た正当な報酬だよ。奴らには黙っておくから、ルイスと一緒に食べるといい。
ありがとうござい
Is
ます。
that so? Albert, William, and Louis.
僕も共犯になろう。
Nice. Good old brother. Sorry, I have to say, the way he speaks, I don't know if you notice, Moriarty and Albert, the way they speak is just more refined, as if they are trained in trained in learning English, you know? I don't know if you got that. Like, they are much more vocal, they have different words they use, big words, whereas, hey, the peasants, would you call them peasants? The normal folks, let's call them the average folks, they go out like, hey, my flowers are withering. What can I do? Which horse to gamble on? These are just common words. Whereas, like, oh, I'm endeavoring this stuff into this. I'm endeavoring into this neighborhood and helping out people and reaching out to them, being a consultant and all that stuff. So for that age, they are quite well spoken. Don't you think so? I wonder if it's the upbringing. I mean, they say there are three brothers. So we don't know. Sorry, there were two brothers. So Albert and William. So we don't know who Moriarty is. Or they have the third brother, Louis. There's still some mystery around there. I'm just thinking that he might not be the original brother. He might be, I don't know, a helper in their mansion. Of course, that's what I can call it. It's a literal mansion. Look at how huge that is. I feel like he's not one of those original brothers. So hopefully that seems to be the case. Hopefully that turns out to be the case.
ルイス、
Louis.
お帰りなさい、兄さん。
Oh, same eyes.
何してるんだ、まだ寝てないと。
So why is he cleaning?
手足は動くんだ。少しくらいは手伝えるだろう。それより貴様、誰の許しを得てご家族の馬車に乗ってきた。
Yup. My suspicion was right. Suspicion was right.
それでいいだろう。
アルバート様がお優しいのはわかりますが、この者たちとは適切な距離を保っていただかないと、私は
Oh.
叱られてしまいます。
ルイス、これを頼む。はい。
さっさとコートを脱げ。アルバート様のお下がりとはいえ、お前にはもったいないものなんだからな。
Oh, wow.
こんな高価な衣装に身を包み、街をブラブラ。
Huh.
ほんの少し前まで路地裏で残飯あさりをしていた子供とは到底思えない。まさか自分よりはるか下の階級の者に仕えることになるとは、私も落ちぶれたものだ。
Oh.
言葉が過ぎるぞ。
ですが、
何を騒いでいるのさ。
申し訳ありません。ウィリアム様、
Oh. Okay. Okay. So we were right. The original brothers, Albert and William, are different.
出かけるの、兄さん。
ああ、ラグドスクールに行く日だからな。
兄さんも物好きだよね。いくら慈善組織協会の活動だからって、貧しい子供のための学校をしょっちゅう覗きに行くなんてさ。
clearly is the more humane person. Grimy underclass. Those are the words of somebody who learned English and reads it every day. Somebody really well spoken. Shows you that they are from upper class.
僕はこの世界が嫌いだ。生まれながらにその魂を、身分という呪いを刻むこの国が大嫌いだ。
Hate against your own family.
すみません。先週はお伺いできなくて、少し風邪をひいてしまった。
Something that could be exploited later on. What's with the translation?
それよりお家で休まれていた方がよろしいのでは？
いえ、あまり家にいたくないので。いいよ、今そっち。
Eh.
さっきアルバート様がくれた新しいの。
あの二人、初めて見る顔ですね。
ああ、一週間。
Oh, are we in flashback now?
かわいそうに弟はひどく病弱。
Yeah, he's too pale.
二人とも読み書きはもちろんラテン語。
Oh, okay.
しかも兄の方は我々大人も舌を巻くほどの博識で数学や化学にも興味があるようです。ここに来る前は大英博物館の閲覧室に勝手に入り込んでいたみたいで、主任司書からここで預かってくれと頼まれたのです。
孤児なのに大人の舌を巻くほどの博識か。最初はそんな彼を珍しく思う気持ち、それだけだった。彼に興味を持ったきっかけは本当にそれだけだった。
Alright, some information out there. So, Mr. William James Moriarty is actually the younger brother of Mr. Albert and somebody who looks down upon poor people, peasants, servants, and everybody else. Class, the lower class and the upper class has clear distinctions. So, I wonder how come there's two completely different people in the same family. What has Albert been seeing that William hasn't? How is this a clear distinction? Like generally, the younger brother looks up to the older brother, where in this case, the older brother is actually quite nice and kind and serves to the humanity and goes out, helps poor people, does charity and all that. So that's one guy, and then the other guy is just batshit crazy. I mean, I hope we that's the extent of him, where he just thinks that way but doesn't act on it. Probably, but again, Mr. Moriarty at this point, the actual Moriarty, he is also an older brother to Louis. We don't know his name yet. Is it James? Probably, but he is the older brother. Knows how to read in two languages, English and Latin, and also his hobby basically was, before he came over here, was to go to the museum, go to the library and read all the books he can, get lots of knowledge, interested in mathematics, chemistry. We saw that he can apply his skills that he knows into real world, like gambling and helping out the flowers, helping out the person with the flower problem and also the rat problem. So he knows how, he doesn't just look after theory, he also knows how to practically use it in day-to-day life. So he's definitely smart, a prodigy, a genius. And yes, there are people like that. How smart though? That's what we want to know. See, now this goes to show that if you read a lot and do you read the right stuff, you will also achieve the same thing. It's just your interests are different.
孤児を養い子にですか。
ええ、素晴らしいと思いませんこと？そうすることで哀れな子供たちが私たちの手で救われるんですから。
まあ確かに。公爵夫人殿下、あなたの慈愛あふれるお言葉に私深く感銘を受けました。
それじゃ
すぐにも手配して孤児を我が家に迎え養育することにしましょう。
まあ、あなたならそう言ってくれると思ってましたわ。
That's just his play.
あなたも賛同していただけますわよね。
ええ、もちろん。どうもない。
Lady Troubles.
どこの馬の骨とも知れない孤児よ。
And
戦狂いの女にそそのかされて、それで取り消してきてください。でなければ私が直接あの女に。
oof, men will be men.
ええ、あの子が教えてくれた通りにしたらこんなに。これも本で読んだことなのか、庭師の知識もあったとは驚きですわ。
ねえねえ、今日は算数教えてよ。算数できると会計士ってのになれるんだろ。ダメよ、もらったご本の続き読んでもらうんだから。
そんなチェスの勝ち方教えてよ。
こら、あなたたち。
Stories are always interesting.
そういう
I would be the guy who would be interested in the stories.
それは
Wow, even knows how to make medicine now. Albert takes liking to him and he proposes to his father that this is the guy we should adopt.
最後にする孤児の選定を僕が
Oh, it's the other way around.
そうだ。お前はよくラグドスクールに顔を出しているだろう。適当なのを見繕っておいてくれ。なるべくおとなしくて手のかからんのをな。
はい、お父さん。
And Moriarty won't come without his brother. That's what I think.
この辺りは地盤が硬いですし、40ヤードの距離を掘り進めるのはおよそ1週間ほど必要かと。
難しそうな話をしているね。
オルボート様。
さてと、そろそろ仕事に戻らんの。
Wow, all the adults
ちんたらやってっと今日中に終わらねえぞ。
come for his
邪魔
help.
をしてしまったかな。
いえ、肝心なところは済みましたから。
君はまるでみんなの助言者。いや、相談役といった感じだね。
これまでこうやって生きてきたんです。知識を貸せばお礼に食べ物やお金をもらう。 盗みを働くより平和的な生き方かなって。それにもし困っている人がいて、僕なんかがお役に立てるなら
I feel like
何でもしたいなって思うんです。
he's just helping out people commit more crime.
おい、聞いたか。トンプソンの旦那んとこの金庫が破られたって。
Okay.
地下室に置いてあったお宝をごっそりとな。貧乏人から巻き上げて溜め込んだ金だ。いい金だぜ。しかし頭のいい野郎がいるもんだな。下水道から
That's it.
忍び込んだんだろ。けど40ヤードってのは一仕事だぜ。
He helped them out. Albert realizes it now.
40ヤードってのは一仕事だぜ。
40ヤードの距離を掘り進めるのはおそらく1週間ほど必要かと。
まさか。考えすぎた。
Okay, this is getting interesting.
ありがとうございます。どうされました？お顔の色が優れないようですが。
いえ、です。
子供たちなら礼拝堂ですよ。
He's here to meet the one guy.
だから貴族は偉いんだよ。
でも嫌な貴族だっているじゃん。僕は馬車の中から睨まれて怒鳴られたこともある。
私のママは貴族のお屋敷で働いていた時に。
Now is he preaching good stuff or bad stuff?
そうだね。貴族の中には悪い貴族もいるね。
Wait. Before we move further, let's acknowledge the fact that this kid, we don't even know how old he is, he's smart enough to not just help into basic stuff, but we know growing up he becomes a crime lord and helps consult the criminals into doing their stuff in a way that won't get them caught and actually help them. So he has this habit of helping people, but he also has the habit of helping people out for bad. It doesn't matter. I don't think he has this distinction of what's good and bad right now. And if he does, that's crazy. A kid kid of that age knows what's good and evil, knows that this good, helping out for the good makes people happy, but helping out for the evil also makes people happy and probably works more in his favor than helping out people for good, because this is like peace boosting their relationships in a good way. And then the other way, it he gets something out of it. Get me? Like this helps build relationship, whereas this actually gives him leverage for survival. That's what he's doing. And he said, now he reminds me of Robin from One Piece, because that's how she survived as well, going on as a kid, smart, going on ships to ships, transferring, betraying. So I guess he's a little bit better, because that was a fictional world. I mean, yes, this is fictional world as well, but this is drawn from reality. So I guess he's more smarter than Robin, and he uses his powers more efficiently and well for themselves. And I think his brother's sickness is the reason that he is doing all of this stuff. Like he would rather do one thing or the other, but maybe he has to take care of his brother, and then there's no other way. He has to get expensive medicines and all of the stuff. Like he surely has some reasoning behind it. That would make him a good guy who's just turned bad because of circumstances, whereas the other thing would just make him a psychopath. More likely, considering we are in Sherlock Holmes territory, psychopath, right? He's just born that way. He's orphan, doesn't have any mom, dad, nobody to at least instill this sort of values into him. He's just used to seeing what he sees in day-to-day life, people treating each other more harshly, cruelly, thievery gets nowhere. Like he said, he mentioned thievery will get him nowhere. Instead, in this way, he actually helps people out. The question remains, why is Albert interested in him? Like, knowing what Albert knows about him, which is still suspicions at this point, at the best, but he's still interested in him. Maybe he wants to take some sort of revenge on his father, on his family, on his mother. Perhaps it's been going in a direction that we don't want in their family, or at least Albert doesn't want. And seeing how good of a person he is, how nice, kind-hearted person he is, he's just fed up of all this nonsense that's happening in his family and wants to get rid of them. Where does Moriarty come into picture? The Moriarty that we know. Probably getting rid of them. That would be a good, interesting origin story for this character. Don't you think so? Let's find out.
みんな悪い貴族が現れたらどうする？ほら、この前教えてあげたでしょ。
Oh, ho, ho. Some aggression this kid's got.
悪い人間を排除すればここは理想の国になる。
Hmm.
彼は神の目の前で正しい世界へと至る悪の道を説いていた。
Okay. He still thinks that he wants to achieve something right.
申し訳ありません。
Oh. Is that his brother?
早いお帰りだね。
Oh.
何をしていた？
損をした使用人をしつけていたところさ。
With forks?
嫌になるよ。仮想階級の人間はまともに
The Giorno hairstyle won't fool anybody, man. You are a freak. Yep, he's definitely fed up of this shit.
君はまるでみんなの助言者、いや、相談役といったところだね。
It's crazy that he sees light in a bad guy.
これまでこうやって生きてきたんです。知識を貸せばお礼に食べ物やお金をもらえる。
Food or money.
まったく嫌になるよ。仮想階級の人間は。もし困ってる人がいて、僕なんかがお役に立てるのなら何でもしたいなって思うんです。
How do you fight though? You have to learn fighting?
お話って何でしょう？
悪い貴族がやっつける。
Oh.
聞いていらしたんですね。
Ah, not a single concern.
正しい抗議だった。でも、貴族を敵に回すということは、この国に喧嘩を売ることだよ。
Mm-hmm.
戦えるの。この国と。
I don't think he wants to fight.
そのつもりです。
Ho ho!
命の価値は同じであるはずなのに、誰しもが平等に幸せになる権利があるはずなのに、この国にはそれがない。人々に呪いをかける階級制度、それにより人の心は汚れ、歪み、悪魔が生まれる。ならば、その逆もしかり。悪魔が消え去った人の心は澄み渡り、呪いは解け。この国はきっと美しい。
Okay.
スコットランドヤードに通報しますか？あなたは貴族だから。
I bet he has connections there as well.
孤児なのに大人の舌を巻くほどの博識か。最初はそんな彼を珍しく思う気持ち、それだけだった。彼に興味を持ったきっかけは本当にそれだけだった。
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What happened? Is that their mansion? Hmm. Surprising. 3 people alive.
君たちはアルバート・ジェームズ・モリアーティ、そして
Louis and William.
ユーコクのモリアーティ。
All right, the act gets interesting now. Somehow, 3 people survived. Albert, our William James Moriarty, and Louis survived in a fire. I don't think that's accidental. And I think considering they had like just the brother, father, and the mother in the house, and no other people, no other extended family, let's say. Maybe he takes the place of the new brother, William, and that's how he becomes William James Moriarty. I still don't know what his name is. They still haven't introduced who he is, like his actual name. We know his brother's name. We don't know his name though. But that's interesting. So I thought he would be reluctant to fight against the whole country, or maybe that's a pipe dream for him. But man, that kid is, at least he got guts. He realizes what should be and what should not be, and doesn't ponder or like get stuck on that one thought. Quickly realizes this is the case, this is what we have to work with this, move on, and have to do something about it. And he's doing something about it. I bet you that he is in cahoots with even the police, the Scotland Yard, I think what he mentioned, even with those people, the people from this church. He knows their secrets. He knows the secrets of other noble families as well, considering he says that there are good nobles and that there are bad nobles. He definitely knows different nobles. Either he himself or these brothers, Moriarty brothers, they himself come from some sort of noble families and something went wrong, or they were just born dirt poor and then realized that this is how we have to survive. And the elder brother got skills, the younger brother doesn't think twice but loves his older brother and follows him into the depths of hell. At least that's what I'm thinking here. But the show is getting interesting now. I actually wanted the origin story, and we are getting it. It's still a little bit mysterious. We don't know anything about William James Moriarty, but we are getting there. We are getting to the point where we now know how he was, even when he was young, how he got introduced to Albert, how got introduced to crime, maybe what his ideology is. Sort of like God complex stuff, maybe. Light was the same way from Death Note, but we'll have to find out more. I think it's too early to even judge his character or his ideology. I think he realizes that there is right and wrong, and there are different nobles, and if he got rid of one of the sides, but is everybody really is good and bad is so subjective. People can be good in certain circumstances and people can be bad in certain circumstances. It all situational. So maybe instead of getting rid of the bad ones, maybe improve the situation. I don't know. This is all different ideologies when I don't know any of them, but that's what I thought. and I thought to put it out there. But let me know what you think about this episode in the comments. What you think about his ideology, his philosophy, the brothers. One of them is pale. You think he came from some sort of sickness, and that's why Moriarty is doing all this stuff. What do you think happened with Albert and his family, and why is he a different person in his family other than other people? That was a dickish move from his brother to do what he did to the servant, and I don't think his servants can retaliate. So at that age, wow, he's doing terribly. He's going terribly wrong at what he's doing. So hopefully it gets better, and we find out how the fire happened in the mansion and how only these three people survive in the next episode. So we'll see you for the next one. Until then, bye bye.